Hello guys, welcome back to our channel Mo and Ash Vibes. Today's video is going to be really informative for all the students who want to come to Canada to study. Now when you are planning to come to Canada to study, first you start with looking for courses and colleges, at which course you want to take, which college you want to go to. And then after you've decided that, you apply for your study permit. If your study permit gets approved, then you start preparing for your arrival. But during all these processes, you always have the support of your family, you have the support of a consultant. For example, if you have hired a representative for your file, then they will guide you that what you need to do, what needs to be done. So throughout these processes, there's somebody who is helping you out to figure out things. But once you come to Canada, then what? Then how are you supposed to manage everything on your own? So in this video, I have decided that I am going to tell you that things that you should be doing once you land in Canada as an international student. So the first few important things that you should be doing as a new student in Canada, this is what we are going to talk about in today's video. Now, when you come to Canada as a new student, it's a new environment for you, new college, new people, everything is new, and then the system of study is different here, so the study pattern is different and new as well. So sometimes it gets really overwhelming for new students. And also a lot of times people will tell you that it is okay, you will figure it out, every student does it, so you don't have to worry about it, you will make friends and then you will figure out everything, how things need to be done. But everybody is not the same. So for example, in my case, when I came here as a student, I was very shy back then and I did not talk to much people. So I had few questions in my mind, but I was so hesitant to talk to people. And at the same time, in my batch particularly, there were not many international students. So I really didn't know who to go for help and how to ask people that how things need to be done and what things are important for me. So it took me some time to figure out everything slowly. And I was really scared too because I felt like there is no support for me. So in my today's video, I'm going to talk about all those things that you should be doing within the first few days once you come here as a new international student, so that it's easier for you. So there is some sort of guidance for you, which was not there for me back then. So I really hope that this video will help you to figure out all those things. So let's get started now. So the first thing that you should be doing is attend your orientation. A lot of times students really skip this part because they think it is not important. But I personally feel that it's a really good opportunity to explore your campus, at the same time meet new people, meet your faculty members all at once. So the first thing you should be doing is that you try to explore your campus, try to figure out where the bookstore is, try to figure out where the classes are, try to figure out where the student help desk is, where is the registration office. So you can do all of that during your orientation. At the same time, you will also get to meet other students who are going to be in your batch. So it's a really good way to connect. This is the place where you can make friends, and if not friends, then at least you would know that you have seen this person in the orientation. So when you will go to your class, you will see some familiar faces. So again, it's a very good way to connect. You also get to meet your faculty members and staff members from your college. So if you have any questions related to your program, related to your college, this is the place where you can ask all those questions. Now, most of the times when students come here, they come here with a temporary living arrangement for themselves, maybe month-to-month rent, or they book B&B for the first few days, and then they try to figure out that where they want to live for a longer term lease. But a lot of times the initial arrangement is temporary. So during the orientation, you can ask other students where they are living and what is their arrangement, and if they also have a temporary arrangement, then you can club with them and look for a place together. Or at least you can ask them that if they know anybody, if somebody is looking for a roommate, if somebody is looking for a flatmate. So these options open up for you as well. So orientation is a really important event that you must attend, because during the orientation you get to do a lot of things. You get to explore your campus, you get to know your batchmates, you get to know your faculty members, you get to ask your questions. So you get to do a lot of things in one session. So this is the first thing that you must do as an international student in Canada. The next important thing you should be doing is that you register yourself as a student, register for your classes, and get your student ID card. Now, once you're going to register yourself as a student, you are going to get your student ID card. This card is really important for you for obvious reasons, but also it's going to be your first photo ID in Canada. Along with that, once you get your student ID card, you can apply for your traveling pass. Now, most of the colleges and universities provide free traveling pass to their students, but in some colleges and universities, they provide traveling pass for a discounted price. So it really depends on your college or university that are they providing free pass or a discounted price on the pass. But in order to enjoy those benefits, you definitely need to have a student ID card, because on the basis of that, they would know that you are a student of the college or university, and on the basis of that, you will get the discounted price or a free traveling bus pass. So definitely having a student ID card is really important. The next important thing is that you should register for your classes as soon as possible, because there are limited number of seats. So let's say if you are late for your registration then and the seats are full, then you will have to take that class in next semester, and sometimes those classes are not available in the next semester, then you will have to wait for another semester to take up that course. So that is why it is really important that you get the registration done as soon as possible, so that you get the seat and then you don't have to wait for the next semester to take up a course. The next important thing that you should be doing is that you get a phone number for yourself. Get a Canadian number for yourself. So now when an international student comes here, for the first few days till they get their phone number thing sorted, they use various apps to contact their family, various social media apps to contact their family. Sometimes they use Messenger, sometimes they use WhatsApp, and similarly there are many other apps you can use to contact your family, because most of the places in Canada do have a Wi-Fi, so you can use the Wi-Fi services and then still contact your family. But there are places where you cannot use Wi-Fi. For example, if you are walking towards your college, or while you are in the bus, while you are using the transit, or maybe some stores, they do not have a Wi-Fi. So it's really important to have a number, a Canadian number, so that you can contact anyone at any time without facing any problem. So this is again a very important thing to do, to get yourself a phone number in Canada. Nowadays, a lot of times people, they do have their phone and they are unlocked phones. So in that case, you can just get a phone number for yourself. In Canada, there are many providers like Rogers, Bell, TELUS. So you can choose any provider for yourself that's offering you the best price being a student. So if there are some providers that offer student discount, or they have some sort of discount going on, so you just have to go to the shop and ask them that you are a student, so what's the best plan for you, and then you can compare the prices and choose the best plan for yourself. But in cases where you have to get a phone as well along with the number, I would suggest go for a phone that is being offered to you at a $0 down payment for a 2 years contract, because this way it's not a burden on you all of a sudden. Because if you have to pay all the money together, or if you have to pay a huge amount in the down payment, then for an international student, that's a lot. So go for the phone that is offering you a $0 down payment on a 2 years contract, and then just see that which phone suits you the best. Also, another small tip for you, so you will be offered many phones with $0 down payment for a 2 years contract, but if you go for a very recent phone, that will have a higher monthly payment. But if you go for a slightly older version of it, that might have a lower monthly payment. So you also have to consider this fact. $0 in the beginning is definitely important, because then you are not paying anything out of your pocket up front, so it's a little bit easier for you. But you also have to see what your monthly bill is going to be. Of course, if you are going to go for an iPhone 13, then your monthly bill is going to be really high. But if you are going to go for a slightly older version of an iPhone, then your monthly bill won't be that much high. So you also have to consider these points also, so that it's not too hard on your pocket. The next important thing that you should be doing is that you apply for your social insurance number, also known as the SIN number. Now this number is really important if you want to work in Canada. It's a 9-digit number. So if you want to work in Canada, if you want to earn money in Canada, and if you're paying taxes in Canada, you would need this number. When you're going to start working in Canada, your employer is going to ask for this number, because without this number they cannot really pay you. So definitely SIN number is really important if you want to work in Canada. But at the same time, this number is very private and confidential, so you should protect it at all times. You should not just give it to anybody who asks for it. There is information available on how to protect your SIN number, and where you should be giving it and where you should not be giving it, where is it compulsory to give, where it is not mandatory to give. So all that information is available on canada.ca. I am going to provide you a link in the description box, so it's easier for you to find. You can apply for your SIN number either online or through mail, or you can even go in person to any Service Canada office and apply for your SIN number. But just make sure that you're taking all the important documents such as your passport, your study permit, and as well as proof of address. You can even give them a call and ask them if they need any additional documents from you. But just make sure that you take all the documents so your work gets done at once. In my opinion, personally, it's better to do it in person, because if you are doing it in person, it's much more easier as well as quicker. So it's just my own experience that in person is a better option, but then again, it's your choice. You can either apply it online or through mail as well. The next very important thing to do is that you open a bank account in Canada. Now, usually people here in Canada use either their debit card or their credit card. Yes, people do keep cash as well, but most of the payments are done through cards. So it's definitely important to have a bank account in Canada. And at the same time, if you need to transfer some money back home, or if you want some money from your home, it's better to have a bank account in Canada itself, because then the transaction becomes easier. And then at the same time, when you have to pay for your college fee, if you're doing it from here, it's just easier. So it's better to have a bank account in Canada. Now, there are many very popular banks in Canada. You just have to make an appointment with different banks and see which bank is offering you the best offer as a student, and then you choose accordingly. If you don't want to go in person, you can view various offers online. You can see that which bank suits you the best. And if you have applied under GIC program, then once you come to Canada, you can make an appointment with your bank where your GIC money is. And then once you are going to go there, you provide your identification documents and all the required documents. They are going to open an account for you. Next very important thing that you should be doing as soon as possible is that get your health insurance sorted. Now, each province has their own system of health insurance. Some provinces provide public health insurance to international students, but some provinces do not provide public health insurance to international students. In that case, you have to check with your college or university that what health insurance plans are they offering. So this is a very, very important thing to do, because in Canada, medical is very expensive if you do not have any insurance. Only if you have insurance, then things are okay, but without insurance, things are really, really expensive. Also, if you need some medicines, then not all the medicines are available over the counter in Canada. You need a doctor's prescription for that. So if you need a doctor's prescription, then of course you need to visit the doctor. And if you do not have any health insurance, then each visit will cost you some money. So it becomes really expensive for an international student to spend so much of money. So getting your health insurance sorted is definitely one of the most important things that you should be doing as soon as you come here. Another important thing that you should be doing within the first few days is that you apply for your provincial ID. Now, till the time you do not get your driver's license sorted, if you have a provincial ID, it's going to be really helpful for you, because it's going to be a photo ID. A lot of the places in Canada, they ask for 2 pieces of photo IDs from you. So if you have 1 piece of photo ID as your passport, then a provincial ID could be your second piece of ID. So it's going to be really helpful for you if you have a provincial ID till the time you do not get your license thing sorted. Now each province has their own way of applying for your provincial ID, so you will have to check with your own province wherever you are going to come. You have to check with your province that what is the procedure, and then you apply for it accordingly. So these are some of the most important things that you should get sorted as soon as you come to Canada within the first few days. You can do these things in the same order or in any order that you like, but as long as all these things gets done, I think that is more important. I hope that these tips will help you to settle well in Canada as a new international student. When I came to Canada, I had no guidance from anyone, but in my video, I have tried to provide you with some guidance based on my experience. If you have any more questions or doubts related to this topic, feel free to comment in the section below and I will try to answer your questions in my best capability. So if you liked today's video, hit the like button and share the content. Also, do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative videos. Now I will see you in our next video. Until next time, ta-da!